go, everyone. Might actually need a microphone. That will help. Sorry, it's a little bit early in the morning. I'm just eager to log into Entropia because I want to check to see if I got any sales. And oh god, looks like we didn't get any sales. But looks like we did. Oh, maybe we got a sale. We got a couple of hammers. Alright, so let's check them out. Hammer time. Oh shit, who do we got in the stream already this morning? Holy shit, Dan's here. Or no, it's Shelly. Sorry, Shelly, your name is confusing as hell. Alright, so it's Shelly and Potato Memes. You made it. Yes. We got 2 people here already. Alright, that's good news. So I think maybe to start today off, I'll swing by the auction and just take a look at it more in depth. Checking these little icons at the top is okay, but I like to see the actual auction. Now I hope everyone's doing okay. I fucking managed to get injured yesterday. Not severely, but man, I could barely move my arm. Fucking sucks. I'm not even sure exactly what happened. I was just cutting wood at the wood pile, and I worked to about maybe 40% strength, like energy. So I was like, man, I didn't even go full blast. I was going like half my normal energy. Less than half. And I took breaks. I was like, oh, make sure, don't get injured, take breaks. So I only cut wood for, I don't know, half an hour before I took a break. And no issues. Didn't feel injured at all. Not even in the slightest. I was like, oh, maybe a little tired, but not injured. And then lo and behold, yesterday when I was trying to do my fucking Clone Evolution stream, all of a sudden I couldn't move my arm. I was like, what the fuck happened to my arm? And the only thing I could think of is cutting wood. But I didn't injure it, so I was like, what the fuck? So I got to figure out what happened to my arm. I tried sleeping last night and my arm was somewhat better. I was like, fuck it, man. I might actually have to take medication for this. Oh well, hopefully it's just an age thing. Not that I caught the virus or something. I don't know, they were saying the virus causes body aches. That's my only concern. I'm like, what the fuck? Why do I get all these body aches? So I'll have to play it as it goes, see how I feel today. Really, I'm only minorly sore today, so it already feels a lot better. So I'm pretty sure it's not the virus, unless it just lasted one day. No, but I think I'll call it on that wood pile, or maybe just take it really easy when I work on the wood pile. I'm like 90% done, so I don't really have that much left to go. Alright, let's check out the auctioneer. See what damages we got. Oh, we got some more flag bids. Rocktech battery, someone increased the bid on that. That's good. Yeah, nothing really sold, but we did get quite a few bids on the Rocktech prints. That's promising. Let's see how high they can run those bids. I doubt they'll run them high enough to buy it out, but man, if they do, I'll be happy. Alright, thanks everyone who placed bids. Holy shit, we even got a bid on the chainsaw. That's pretty impressive. Alright. Yes, thanks everyone who posted bids. Let's see what these hammers say. Probably just talking about the bids. Yeah, golden chainsaw bid, bid. Yeah, just lots of bids. Now, I appreciate all the bids, everyone. It's fuck kicks ass. Hopefully we'll get some more sales yet. No buyouts this morning to look forward to, and that's what I was thinking if I had enough money to do some crafting, is if we had some good buyouts, but we're lacking the buyout money today, so I don't know. I don't really want to try crafting on Calypso again either, because we didn't get jack shit for prints. And if I'm not getting blueprints, there's no point in crafting here. Because I can go to other planets and they'll give me way more prints. And prints are the only way I can loot, or loot any profits. Normally, like 90% of the time when I profit crafting, it comes from selling loot. And if I don't have any loot to sell, I'm fucked. Not in a good way. Alright, so let's go. Let's go back to the outdoor area, or should we head to the mall? I was thinking, man, I should show some people some mall shopping, because we've been doing too much sweating. Should we go to the mall? Alright, well, let's go collect some sweat first, and then we'll head to the mall in a bit, so I can get a chance to vaporize. Hopefully it'll help free up my arm a little. Ugh. Maybe it was the extra arm curls. I did extra arm curls, and I was thinking that's the only thing that could have maybe injured it. But it's weird because I'm arm curling, I don't know, 70% of my normal weight too, so it shouldn't be that damaging. Oh well. Oh, Dan said Shelly said she made a new account on Clone Evolution to help the guild. Really? How is that helping? A really low team? I don't know. If you built the team up, I guess it would help, yeah. Now, I don't really follow how the guild works very much. I guess we're trying to get a whole bunch of people in it, right? Now, for Clone Evolution, I haven't really understood all the guild stuff. That's what I really need to learn more about how it works. Yeah, yesterday's crafting run, 127, and we got back like 100, so we lost about 27. That was pretty big losses. That was like a 27% loss nearly. Thank God we didn't spend 200 on it. Alright, so if anyone's wondering, this is one of the sweat areas where you can collect the free items and gain skills. And my character just not want to do it. There we go. Oh, killing the bosses. Yeah, that's right. An extra person to help attack. Yeah, that does help. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone, this morning. 3 viewers. If anyone wants to be the first to like. I'm a whore for likes, I admit it. Do. Now I understand some of those Eastern European traditions of pouring booze in your coffee. I kind of do want a shot. For years, I never understood that. Hey, am I getting sweat from this creature? It says no. What the fuck? Man, everyone's dry here. Fuck. I hate this sweating spot, man. Everyone sucks here. Well, not everyone. There's a few good people. But no, most of the people suck. At least we got someone hunting. Oh god, the Mankini. Hey, it's Yordi. Alright, so someone was telling me who the sweat buyer was, and I had them in my chat, so I'll have to make sure that if I see them around, I sell them some sweat. No, yesterday's episode, I thought we sweated a lot, and I barely got any sweat. I was like, what the fuck? That's what you call horse shit. I must have been missing a lot. Now, I'm not really too sure what's going to happen in Entropia today. I don't think it'll be a super long episode because really, I was hoping that we'd have some money in order from the auction sales to go on a bit of a spending spree, but we do not. Yeah, it was kind of interesting. My country's going hardcore. I don't know if anyone else has seen it. You know how like parts of the states opened up, they got stadiums opened, they fucking realized that closing everything wasn't changing the numbers at all, like everyone else realized. Fucking lying pieces of shit, World Health Organization. Well, I'm sure they're trying their best. So anyways, yeah, so we realized that all the advice we've been getting is total fucking nonsense. It's actually destroying our country. So they started to fucking open everything. And dear God, what does my country do? Like, I don't know. I think my country is in this, like the States in a little bit in the same way, where each jurisdiction is different. Like different provinces will treat it differently. So anyways, happen to be luckily in the province that has the fucking strictest lockdowns, and the government just announced that they're making a whole nother list of extra restrictions. And it's basically just the unions making lists of the non-unionized businesses they'd like to shut down and go bankrupt. So now all the private businesses are like, what the fuck? We're tired of the unions uniting against us and fucking shutting us down. It's like, we gotta put our foot down, stop the lockdowns, and fucking stop the unions from fucking ruining our country. Like, I know they need to make money to support their families, but it comes time to the point where you're sinking the whole fucking ship to do it. And if you're gonna sink the whole ship to feed your family, well, then your family's not gonna be getting any food. I'm sorry to say, because we're not gonna let the whole ship sink. That's fucking bullshit. Like, I don't know, I've really had it up to here with these unions. Like, I don't know, like, I started to realize at one point, I'm like, who's giving these orders to fucking lock us down? Like, who's getting these ideas? Where are they coming from? And start to trace it. Each time, it's one of the fucking unions. It's like, dear God, man. Like, I get it, they're uniting to help themselves, but when you're uniting to defeat everyone else in the process, that's when you start fucking making enemies. Like, I don't know, if the union wanted to get off their asses and start helping people, then we'd be like, all right, we should help support the unions, pay them more. But when they're fucking us over, it's like, I don't think so. Now, it's scary. In world history, a lot of times it has boiled down to everyone else versus the unions, and I don't like to see it end up like that. We don't want to see history constantly repeating itself. We got to try to learn from this. Find some way to work with the unions and be like, look guys, you guys can stay unionized, but we're lowering your fucking wages and taking away all your control. There's no way you can control everyone else anymore. Enough of that. This is really what the world has boiled down to. This pandemic is a battle of control. Now people are fighting with us saying, who's the boss? Doctors are trying to say they're the boss. Fucking different politicians are trying to say they're the boss. And then there's like human rights organizations. They're saying, we don't have any boss. We have fucking rights, right? Pieces of shit. So we'll see what happens today. I know the government's planning on making the big announcement of like shutting down more and more businesses that are not unionized. I was like, holy fuck, man. I don't know how long these small businesses are really going to take it. Like, a lot of them are just saying, fuck it, man, we're going to start uniting and fighting back against these unions, hire our own private security forces to uphold our human rights. And if fucking other unions want to come in and try to take our human rights away, we'll fight the unions legally in court. You sons of bitches. Fucking unite against us. We can do the same thing against you. See how you like it. Fuckers. Now, I know in a lot of cases I'm talking to everyone, because almost everyone's part of the union these days. You fuckers, everyone. Yeah, that's the joy of life, eh? Every time we're fighting each other, we're really just biting our own tail. Now, as fucked up as it sounds, every time I see cases like murderers and stuff on TV, I look at them, and I know a lot of people hate murderers and stuff, and I guess I do to a certain extent too. But I kind of look at them and I think, dear God, man, like there's a person whose job in the universe it was to do that. Not everyone's here to do nice things. It's fucked part about the way the creator creates the universe, right? He has to create someone to do everything. Now, that's why I kind of look at it when murderers get a chance to redeem themselves. Really, they should be given the chance. Because someone is going to be a murderer. It's just the way the universe is programmed, right? If a murderer happens to murder someone and then gets a chance to, like, I don't know, test vaccines or something for people, and he saves millions of lives in the process, should be some chance for redemption. I know the cancel culture is just like, oh, I killed the murderer, or put him in life for jail, or jail for life. Yeah, that'd be a fucked up thing in society. Can you imagine the future that murderers had rights? Well, I guess to a certain extent they do. It's like even if you're a criminal, you still usually get human rights. Ah, there we go. Now, I'm definitely not going to drink the whole shot this morning. I just poured a tiny one because I got some Baron Yager. I've never tried it before, and I tasted it the other day. I was like, oh my god, this Baron Yager is the best booze I've ever tried in my life. Leave it to the Germans, right? They always perfect everything. Yeah, so there's Baron Yager. I don't know if anyone's ever tried it before. Thankfully, my province imported it from Germany. I can't read where it's from because I can't read those type of letters. O with apostrophes above it. I don't know if anyone speaks German, they can translate it. Of course, the one thing that I need people to be able to see, they can't. Oh well. Thank you, XSplit. Now I wish XSplit, like the virtual camera, had a button where I could just press it and it would go to normal camera for a second. So I could show the camera stuff and then release the button, it would go back to normal automatic green screen. So I don't know if the creators of XSplit are ever looking for advice from users of XSplit. Yeah, that would be a neat feature because it's well, I shouldn't say the R word. It's not very intuitive to have this feature where when I want to show the camera something, I can't. That really sucks because that's one thing, like when you have a webcam in a show, a lot of times you have the webcam so you can show people stuff. And if it's just making everything disappear, that's fucked. Although I can understand why it does because that's how it works. Thank God for it, and I don't have to have a green screen. Yeah, Shelly's right. I can't wait for the next round of bounty missions. That's actually why I've been playing Entropia a bit more, is because Clone Evolution is a little bit slow this week. Not a whole lot going on. I don't know when that next Hunger Games comes back. That's what I'm looking forward to, too. Hopefully we can ride Shori all the way to victory once again. Yeah, I can hardly wait till the sun comes up. I think I'm going to try to do that. Get back into the routine before I go to bed at around 8. Or no, I should say 9. And then wake up at 5. So that way I have a nice 9 to 5 routine. I notice when I wake up at 5 a.m., I definitely have more energy to get shit done. By the time 10 a.m. rolls around, I've already usually got my morning workout done and other things. And then if I sleep till 10 a.m., fuck man, by the time lunch rolls around, barely gotten anything done. And then once lunch is already rolled around, geez, you don't really feel like doing much after lunch. Get lunch drunk. I don't know if anyone's heard the expression lunch drunk before, but it's actually a thing. It's the same reason why you can't go swimming after you eat, right? They say that when you eat, it puts a whole bunch of food in your stomach, obviously. And then once the food is in your stomach has to create the process to digest, which requires a lot of burning of oxygen. So it turns out when you're burning that much oxygen from eating or digesting food, it makes the rest of your body tired. So you can get cramps when you're swimming, or you can feel drunk if you're trying to do big tasks after lunch. You feel drained. I realized it when one of my bosses was talking about it in door-to-door work, because we had to do door-to-door sales. And he was saying, like, yeah, everyone's still pretty good by lunchtime. But usually once employees hit lunchtime and then try to go back and walk for the rest of the day after lunch, they call it lunch drunk, where they get too tired and they can't walk anymore. Thankfully, I didn't have that issue. That was before I ever tried a Monster Energy drink, and I used to have infinite energy. I don't know what it was. The first time I ever tried a Monster Energy drink, I got a slight boost of energy, but man, when I crashed, that crashing feeling never went away. So I was like, holy fuck, I really wish I never drank a Monster Energy drink. If I was the Health Board of Canada, I would have those banned. Like, it really fucked my body chemistry. I don't know if other people get that kind of reaction from drinking it. I've heard some people do get bad reactions. Now, to be honest, afterwards, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to keep drinking them and I'll just deal with the crash. But eventually I broke the addiction. But man, that crashing sensation never went away. I wonder if it's sort of like if you become an alcoholic. You can never really cure alcoholics. They're always just on the verge of becoming a raging alcoholic again. All it takes is one sip. You can't like cure someone and then they can drink alcohol normally again. I don't know, maybe in the future they'll invent... Why is this fucking chat right in the middle of the screen? I fucking hate Entropia for that. A lot of times I don't even notice it. It's like they should have some feature that automatically docks the fucking windows to the chat so you don't ruin your stream by having some fucking chat box right in the middle and you didn't even notice it. I notice the viewers probably notice it. They're like, fuck man, that chat box is annoying. Oh, this chat box is perfect. We can use it to block the Mankini. So that's how I figure, if anyone really hates the Mankini that much, just strategically place your chat box somewhere so you don't have to look at them. I know, that's how I realized in life too. I gotta try to stop controlling how others behave and just like focus on what I do. If other people want to be jackasses, so be it. It's part of the universe. Ah, thanks. Got the first like. Yeah, so if anyone's wondering what's the plan, what am I saving up for right now in the game? Once this balance of 4,000 reaches all the way up to 5,000, then I can start placing bets for winning a shopkeeper. Then, once I get the shopkeeper, I'm moving it to my shop at Camp Crunk, which is kind of sad. The main reason I was doing this whole mission to begin with was because sales had picked up at Camp Crunk so much because Doc was helping make the community thrive. But since Doc and Never Die left, I'm pretty sure my Camp Crunk sales have almost gone non-existent. Dream of God occasionally drops by, but not too many others. So sadly, by the time I get this shopkeeper and put it where my whole mission was, there's really no point because the place is already dead. But the thing I was thinking, maybe I can help boost the traffic to Camp Crunk by not only putting the shopkeeper there, but putting in items that people want on Rocktropia and advertising it on the podcast. So I'm thinking maybe that could help, but it's a pretty big maybe. I'm pretty sure it's going to just fail. We'll see what we can do, though. Try not to be a complete failure. Now, and then in the process, why am I even doing that? Well, the main reason goal I was doing that, once I put the shopkeeper, then I could start selling estates. So then I was thinking I'm going to build my real estate empire back. Gradually work at buying up apartments, reselling them after stocking them with nice items. Make a profit flipping apartments. And then once I start profiting from flipping apartments, pool all that money into deeds. And then once I have a decent deed share, then unlock the basement. So I have a basement in my shop that I can unlock. Well, a crate next to it. Basement makes more sense because most people are familiar with it. So then the mission will go from unlocking that crate to then I'll have a new mission. Because basically I've been working on unlocking that crate for, I don't know, like 5 years now, or however long it's been since they came out with the crate. Maybe it was out when it first came out, I don't even know. I probably bought the shop without even knowing the crate was unlockable. Oh fuck, I'm as good as dead. Fuck off, man. Attack someone else, you piece of shit. What the fuck, man? There's like literally like 30 people around me and he's fucking just attacking me. What a fuckhead. Sorry, I'll try to relax. I fucking hate it when mobs do that, man. Piece of garbage. Oh yeah, this is what Calypso should do. I don't know if they've seen it. What Next Island did is they made their revive terminal heal you. So if you go up to the revive terminal, it just heals you. So I don't have to fucking stand here and wait for fucking hours for myself to re-heal. I know the debate with that is Mindark will say, oh, you could just pull out your healing tool, heal myself. I'm like, no, fuck that shit, Mindark. I'm not wasting money on Decayed that I don't have to. I'm not that desperate. I know it's your wildest wet dream for me to fucking just kill myself over and over and heal myself over and over, but I'm not really going to do that as much as it would help the game. No, it was interesting. The one good news I had yesterday, when it came down to all that lockdown shit in my country, or my province specifically, is my province has a bunch of sportscasters. Like, you know, the guys that cover all the sports for the local teams. And normally, they're like super left-wing leaning. Like, they'll agree with whatever the media says, whatever the Prime Minister pays the media to say. They'll just tote the line and totally agree. But yesterday, the topic came up as they seen the Blue Jays playing to not only a partial stadium, but a full stadium, and they weren't wearing masks. So at that point, it was like glaringly obvious that what we're experiencing in our province and what other parts of the world are experiencing are completely opposite of each other. And they couldn't ignore it anymore. Like, a lot of times they would just be like, oh, everyone's locking down. This is totally normal. This is totally normal. And now they can't keep calling it totally normal because they're like, holy fuck, man. There's like other parts of the world that have giant fucking stadiums filled with people and no masks. And there's no huge breakout like they've been fucking predicting could happen. Oh, sky could fall too, but we don't fucking stay inside. It's like we have to go on with our lives, right? Like, there's a fucking risk. A meteor could come from the fucking sky, kill you outside at any moment. But it's one of those risks that you have to take in life, right? You can't just like stay inside and hide, wait for it to be 100% safe. So I don't know, that's the weird fucked part about it. These sportscasters, they saw the stadium just filled with people and not wearing masks, and they couldn't ignore it anymore. They're like, holy fuck, man, what we're experiencing in our province is not normal. Like, I know we keep calling this the new normal, where everyone hides in their house wearing masks for the rest of their life, but I don't know, like, we can't really call it the normal now anymore, because we can turn on the TV and see, like, Toronto Blue, or Tampa Bay Blue Jays playing to a fucking full packed house. I don't even know where the Blue Jays play out of. Is it Tampa Bay, Buffalo? I don't even know anymore. They used to be our team. Got fucking moved. It's fucking sucked. Yeah, so yeah, even the sportscasters, I was like, wait a minute, now that it's glaringly obvious and they have to talk about it, what are they going to say? Like, are they going to, like, acknowledge that this is happening? And guess what the reporters said? The one reporter, he's like, I know that everyone that I've ever talked to in my circle, like, he's like talking about everyone who's like working at the station or in the news agencies, is condemning this packed full stadium as the worst thing that's ever happened to humanity, and that they should be crucified at the cross for even suggesting that we don't oblige by all these fucking new normals or whatever, right? Like, to go back to the old normal, that was like fucking ludicrous to like everyone. But he said, like, he can't deny it. He's like, he saw that stadium and he said that he would rather risk his life to go there and watch it and go back to the old normal than live and 1 minute longer in this fucking hell that we've been under fucking house arrest for like a year and a half now. He's like, I don't give a shit if there's fucking Ebola there. Well, that's not what he said, but he was kind of hinting at this. Like, I don't care if there's like a 90% chance that I'm going to die at this stadium. I want it to be my right to have the chance to fucking do it if I want to. Like, if I want to live my life, I want to fucking have that legal right. So then I was like, holy shit, man, did the reporter just say that? I was like, normally he's been going on and on about how everything the government's saying is perfectly right and stuff. And then it was funny, too, because the other reporters sitting in the room with him, they were like, did you just say that you want your human rights back? You want to be fired or something? No, but then they fucking agreed, too. They're like, yeah, I know we're supposed to say that we fucking condemn these people and want them all to die for getting their freedoms back, but he's like, God, I want my freedoms back too. He's like, those people in the stadium, they're living the dream. I was like, yeah, finally. Even the left-wing sports broadcasters, they couldn't hide it any longer. When they seen that stadium full of people, they had to admit it. They want their lives back. They're willing to take the chance. That's what I was thinking too. Like, how many times do people that have like no immune system, you know, some people get that disease where they have like no immune system or whatever. They don't always just stay in their house for the rest of their lives till it's 100% safe. A lot of them still go out and take the chance, right? They could die, but they go out. It's like, that's the life risk we have every day, especially depending where you live. If you live in a place that's full of bears, alligators, fucking polar bears, you could die any day you go outside. All it would take is your hunting rifle to malfunction, boom, bear eats you. They could say, oh God, man, you should stay inside the rest of your life. Fucking life is dangerous out there. You could get eaten. Yeah, so thank God for sports. As much as sports was used as the tool to take away all of our human rights, you know, the NBA was sort of like the kicker. It's like when the NBA did something, a whole world had to follow suit. So I was like, as much as sports is kind of like that, I was like, fuck, at least sports was the kicker that proved to our whole province that even the broadcasters, they admitted it. They want their human rights back, and it's worth the risk of any virus. It's like, thank God. Oh yeah, and I got some other really good news from YouTube yesterday. Well, from some of my other fellow YouTuber broadcaster peers. They talked about it on their shows. I didn't even know. I'll have to check my email. Apparently YouTube sent it out to all the creators. And this actually has to do with what a lot of the viewers were warning me about. I don't know if anyone heard. Some of the viewers were saying that my jokes were too over the top and that they wouldn't allow it on monetization. And they said that even slight amounts of swearing would also demonetize your videos. So I was kind of disappointed by that, and I believed the viewers. Like, I was like, yeah, I know, it's like one of the risks you have to take. It's like, that's how a lot of channels grow. They start off by breaking the rules, then once they get big enough to monetize, then they stop breaking the rules and switch over to monetization. So that's why I've kind of been hesitant to switch over to monetization, because I'm like, fuck it, man. Why don't I get my channel up to like 1,500 views before I stop breaking the rules? Well, it's not really even breaking the rules. They're just like, you have to cater your content to the advertisers. If you want your advertisers to monetize your videos, then you have to follow their rules. But anyways, what happened is the advertisers have expanded their rules to YouTube to allow new monetization content. I couldn't fucking believe it. So I don't know how true this is. I'll have to actually read the email. But what they said is the YouTube monetization rules have been changed to allow, sexual themed jokes. So they said before you weren't allowed to say any sexualized themes, but now they said they've expanded that so you can have stuff monetized as long as it's jokes about sexual content. They said if it's actual serious, then you're not allowed. So I was like, okay, whew. I don't think anyone takes any of mine serious, so I should be okay with that. So then I was thinking, what was the other one? Oh yeah, they said casual swearing. They said they expanded the list of swear words, and they've increased how often you can say it. So before you weren't allowed to drop F-bombs, I think, but you could like say shit or something. I can't remember which it was. But now they said that, yeah, you can say like expanded it to like the F word and shit. You can say that. Oh, and apparently they also expanded the political talk. So before they used to have really strict rules about what politics you're allowed to talk about. Like you couldn't say certain words and stuff. So they've started to expand that. So I think what it is people actually complaining about YouTube's censorship has actually pushed them to the point where they actually did respond to the creators' demands. I don't know if that's what happened or something else pushed them to do it, but so that's pretty wild. So now when I go to monetize, I shouldn't have to worry about swearing as much, and I should be allowed to keep my same jokes. So that's pretty good news, I think. I couldn't believe it, really, so now I'm actually going to have to confirm this and read the actual official email myself. But it was Pat the NES Punk and Ian. They were talking about it yesterday on their, I think it was a live stream. Could be. Yeah, so I can't, you know what the weirdest part about that too? I noticed in my YouTube career, every time I got close to doing good on YouTube, they would start changing the rules so that it would make it harder and I couldn't do it. This is the first time in my YouTube career where I started doing good and they expanded the rules instead of contracting them. So they actually made my job easier instead of harder. I was like, wow, that's like the first time that's ever happened in like almost 10 years of YouTubing. So I was like, holy, maybe that's a sign we're starting to go in a better direction. The tide has turned. The momentum has swung. That'd be sweet. I think what it was too is Joe Rogan was routinely breaking the advertisers' rules and they wouldn't demonetize his videos. So a lot of like creators are kind of like, hey, this is a double standard. I noticed this in the radio business too when I used to volunteer at local radio stations. What it is the radio station, they give you a giant list of like all the stuff you're allowed to talk about. And it's usually the list of all the topics that are the most popular. So it's like you're literally not allowed to talk about all the most popular topics. So what happens is in the radio biz, someone will come out with a radio station show and they'll kind of bend those rules. They'll try to like almost talk about it or get as close as they can to talking about it. And they'll bend the rules as much as they can, and it usually gets their show popular because they're almost talking about the stuff that's popular. Sort of like how Joe Rogan does it. And then you just kind of ride that. So you're like hoping that you bend the rules enough that you get good viewers, but not enough that they actually shut your show down. So I think what happened was Joe Rogan started bending those rules to the point where he had so many viewers that he could just say fuck it and start breaking the rules outright. And then they couldn't really demonetize his channel because he had the most viewers. So then other channels were kind of like, hey, this is bullshit. Like Joe Rogan started off just bending the rules. Now he's outright breaking the rules and you're still letting his channel go. So if like he's breaking all the rules and he's the most popular channel on YouTube and you're not demonetizing him, what does that say to all the other creators? It's almost like you're handed a bunch of rules that you're supposed to follow, but the person who has the most popular show doesn't have to follow them. It's like, what the fuck? That's not fair. So yeah, so that actually happens in radio a lot. I know that's what Howard Stern did. Like he sort of just bent the rules on radio for what he could say for the longest time until they actually just gave him his own fucking like R-rated network or whatever. I don't even know. What I know someone was telling me Howard Stern's still on the radio, but I've never really heard of him in years. I think it's when you get off mainstream radio, then you're not really heard of much. If you switch over to some paywall, you got shitloads of people that aren't watching anymore. Yeah, so there's a lot of good news and bad news in the news these days. Countries fighting lockdowns, like my province. Like I know everyone wants to fight the virus, and I'm all for trying new things to stop the virus. But we tried the lockdowns for long enough. We know they don't work, so the idea that the unions are still able to shut down small businesses with them and take over and make millions of dollars at their expense, it's gone on too long. Not saying that we should do anything of civil disobedience, but we just got to do this legally. Definitely voice our displeasure, get lawyers involved. I'm pretty sure, like, when our leader announces the next big penalties for small businesses, we're going to see some more lawsuits. Like, I know they've already had lawyers ready to go for this, and they knew it was coming. They even bragged about it, that they were going to get the cases high enough to make sure that they fucking took away the rights of everyone. I don't understand how they can brag about that, and then people are like, you're going to talk about increased cases before they even occur, and then tell us that you're planning to shut us down. It's like, how about we plan never to shut down, and you find a way to deal with the cases? That sounds like how we defeat the virus. Like, we got a lot of small business people that all lost their jobs, the service industry, they all need jobs. We could open fucking giant hospitals. Like, I'm talking, we could build stadium-sized hospitals. We could have millions of people being treated for viruses. We could open a hospital so big we could take every patient from every country and times it by 10. That's how much fucking money and resources we have. So they want to talk about fucking bullshit that we need to shut everything down? They need to shut down. We'll shut them down. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what it's going to come to. The people of the province are going to have to shut down the government and replace them. Maybe the government's right. We do need a shutdown. Yeah, thank God we're allowed to be able to talk about this on YouTube now. Even monetized. That'll be fucked. I really should send in the monetization application today. Apparently we don't have to worry. I better confirm it before we do. Yeah, dear God. What an adventure life is these days. Never a boring day. And it's like I'm always so swamped with so many things to do. As soon as I set my pool up and fix that gate, I'm going to be able to relax. And I'll be like, finally, got everything accomplished. Well, I won't be able to relax. I don't be cutting grass every day, but I'll be able to relax after work. Yeah, that is really the dream. If I can start pushing a lawnmower 8 hours a day, burning calories outside like crazy, getting paid, then coming home and relaxing, doing live streams, going swimming. It's going to be tough carrying my uncle in between, but hey, we'll see what we can do. Hopefully that new hospital bed is going to help. And I think we're picking up the new hospital bed next week, so dear God, I might actually be able to leave the house for extended periods of time. Alright, I think we've done enough sweating here for a while. Let's go try out something new. Now don't worry everyone, soon I'm going to start taking guest callers from the Sweat Circle, so people that are on Skype or, what is it called, TeamSpeak. So if anyone wants to call in on the show, chat about world events or Entropia, whatever you got on your go, so we can do it. I noticed that with, who is it, Tom Green's show. I started watching his show a lot, like his YouTube channel. He is a very, very popular, like, celebrity podcaster back in the day. He was like the original Joe Rogan show. Even Joe Rogan gives him credit for it. He said that he copied his idea to get his show going. So anyways, Tom Green, I started watching his show, and I realized that's the problem with my show. Like, really, for the amount of episodes I've recorded, if it was really a decent show, I would have like hundreds of thousands of subscribers. But my show's lacking something. And I noticed what it is from watching Tom Green's show. Like Tom Green, he's one of my favorite comedians. I can watch him talk non-stop, like just watching him talk about daily events. But I started to realize that when I watch him YouTube, and when he YouTubes alone, and when he YouTubes when he has a guest, I like watching his YouTubing when he has a guest or podcasting, like 99% more. So I started to realize that really your show is only good as how many guests you have booked. And if you have no guests booked, then yeah, your show is definitely going to take a hit. So that's why I got to try to focus more on getting more interaction with actual live callers. Yeah, so that's one of the future endeavors I'm working on. Hoping once it's funny because the problem isn't even getting callers lined up. I've got all the callers that want to come on the show lined up already. So I just got to get off my ass and start organizing better, get it done. At least that's one nice thing. The problem isn't that I can't do it. It's just implementing it. That's really the thing about life and your dreams. The only things that separate your life from your dreams is doing it, right? Some people often have all these dreams like, oh, I wish I could do that in my life. It's like, well, why don't you just do it then? The only thing separating it is doing it. You know, I was thinking I kind of really want to ditch Calypso and fly back to Rocktropia and set up my fountain. Dear God, do I want to set up that fountain. And I'm not that broke, so let's go for a trip. We'll fly up to Rocktropia. I gotta use storage first. Now, I keep talking about doing a taxi show in Entropia, so let's do it now. Alright, so we made it up to 5K sweat. Can't say that's good, but hey, at least we're halfway to 10K. 10K is a decent amount if we are really able to sell sweat for 1.5. Fuck man, if we can sell sweat for 1.5, I might become a sweat trader. Not become one, go back to being one. Well, I used to love the days of being a sweat trader. I know people make fun of sweat traders, but dear God, I've never had like even 10% of the fun. Well, except for one Valentine's Day. But other than that, I've never had more fun in Entropia. Man, buying and reselling sweat, dear God, it's the life. I know people hate you. That's probably one of the reasons I like it. I don't know. I'm a bit of a shit disturber. A bit. Understatement of the century. Alright, let's see. Let's go to... where do we want to fly from? Let's make sure I didn't leave any other items. Yep, we're good to go. Where are we going? Westward, hope. Alright, off we go. Now I like to fly from Emerald Lake Mall because that's my favorite mall. It's the first mall that I ever owned a shop in. God, I miss that shop. I wish I didn't sell it in one hand, but God, I made a lot of money selling it. Can't remember what it was. I think I bought the shop for 8,000 ped and then resold it for 28,000. So it's a 20,000 ped profit, basically $2,000 US. When I made that sale, I was like, holy shit, buying and reselling shops is the way to go if you want to make money in this game. Alright, we got it. We got it indeed. Yeah, my one friend used to have a horrible joke, and now we can say it on YouTube. We're off, like foreskin. That's nasty. Yeah, let's continue. Yeah, I'm so glad that YouTube has actually started to release some of the restrictions. And I was wondering, like, how long were they going to push the restrictions? Just make it more and more restrict so you can't even say anything. We just like log in. It's like, good morning. How are you? Goodbye. Monetized. Yeah, yeah, don't worry, Shelly. You'll age fast enough. It's like, don't even wish aging. Like, I look back to when I was a kid, and I wish I would have enjoyed being a kid longer, instead of always trying to wish I was an adult. Adults suck. All the responsibilities, all the bills. Fuck, man. If you think your phone bill sucks now, wait till you get to 50 years old and you have bills coming out the yin-yang. Now, I think if I was a kid these days, what I'd be doing right now, outside, throwing a ball at a wall. That's usually what I like to do every day, all day. Used to take a tennis ball and just whip it at a wall. Over and over again. Sounds stupid, but man, was it fun. Now, we used to call that game Red Ass. And the reason we called it Red Ass is we had a point system. So if you threw the ball at the wall and it bounces and it comes back at you, you have to try to catch it. And if you drop it, then that's when you lose a point. Well, you have a chance to not lose the point by running to the wall, touching it, and if you touch the wall, then you're safe. But if a person picks up the ball, whips it, and hits the wall before you touch it, then you get a point deducted. Yeah, and then once you lose enough points, you had to stand on the wall, and people would whip the ball at your ass. So that's where the red ass term came from. I don't know, I was thinking today's games, I don't even think you'd be allowed to play red ass, because they would call it too violent or whatever, eh? Not to mention you run face first at a brick wall to try to touch it. I can't believe we didn't have worse injuries. And I was thinking of it too, the schoolyard we used to play that game, it had fucking like little rocks and gravel all over the concrete. Someone should have really swept it. So it was always slippery. So when you're running towards the brick wall as fast as you could to try to touch it, diving head first, you also had like slippery rocks. Now, if anyone's wondering why you would want to play that game, I don't know, like, when I got to playing other sports, just that game of catching it off the wall all the time, it teaches you how to play baseball really good. Like, if you want to teach a kid how to play baseball, just get him to play that game over and over again, because you'll constantly learn how to catch and throw, catch and throw. And if you play it non-stop, man, you'll be way better than everyone who doesn't play that game. If you want to be good at baseball. Or what other sports involve catching and throwing? And it comes in handy in real life. Just when you drop objects, if you drop something near you, you can just catch it. Or if someone throws something at you in real life, you can just catch it. My one friend used to make fun of me about it because he realized that he could take what was like this little football that he had, like one of those squishy ones. And he was like, no matter where I was in the room, he could take that squishy ball and whip it at me as hard as he could. And instinctively, I would just catch it every time. It's like half the time I wouldn't even have to look. It was like my hand would just reach behind me and grab it out of midair. And he used to joke about it. He's like, no one else does that. And I'm like, well, it's because of that red ass game. It's like once you play it for like, I don't know, 10, 20 years every day, all of a sudden it becomes second nature. Anything that's thrown anywhere near you, you just catch it. It's kind of annoying though, because it's like anytime I'd be sitting around watching or listening to music, drinking beers, he would take that football and whip it at me. I don't think ever once did I not catch it. It was fucked. That's what I was thinking. I would like to be a goalie in hockey, except for the fact that they get injured really bad. So I don't really want to get injured that bad. So I'll be like, fuck it. Someone else can be a goalie in hockey. One thing I didn't like about hockey, if anyone's not from Canada and you don't know, that little puck that they're shooting on TV, it doesn't look like that dangerous of a puck until you pick one up in real life. Thing fucking feels like you're picking up a brick. And it's not like it's a round object either. When you pick it up, it's mostly sharp edges. And then it's like, man, the thing's hard as a fucking rock. The funny thing is, people are like, oh, a puck, it's rubber. Well, it's like, yeah, rubber when you don't freeze it. But when you play hockey, they take the pucks and they freeze them in freezers. So they actually have to be rock hard when they use them. Pardon the pun. So yeah, so you're shooting a brick that's fucking rock hard at people's faces at like over 100 miles an hour. So you can imagine the injuries in hockey. I don't want to be a goalie, thank you. Someone else can catch that. No, I'm surprised people don't die in hockey every game. They actually used to. That's what made hockey super entertaining back in Canada's history. Players were dying, or at least getting taken off in stretchers every game. So it was kind of like the Roman Colosseum days. There really wasn't a more violent, deadly sport ever invented. Fucking blades on your feet. People were getting their necks sliced, for God's sakes. Shouldn't laugh. It's horrible, but it was happening. That is why it's kind of hard to watch hockey now. They've changed it with so much safety precautions that it really is a completely different sport. Almost never get injured. Oh, that was fucked. I just remembered. I wanted to offer someone else a ride to the planet, and I forgot to check the chat. God damn it. God bless this mess. Will I ever learn? Holy shit, the show's already at an hour. You gotta be kidding me. I was like, oh, are we 10 minutes in yet? Oh, it's an hour. Oh yeah, it's because I was over there sweating for a while. Fuck, I forgot. Yeah, it's the one thing that people are right when they criticize sweating in Entropia. It takes up so much of your free time. Like, you can easily spend a whole day collecting sweat. It's like grinding in any role-playing game, right? If you start getting on a roll, getting a lot of levels, you can really just grind there for all day. Alright, so I wonder what today is going to be like. You know, I'm happy that, I don't know if anyone watches the YouTuber Metal Jesus. He's like this guy that used to work in the video game community. I don't know, he was some sort of programmer or something, I think. Then he started a YouTube channel talking about how he likes retro games, like the ones that he used to work on. So anyways, he used to be like a skinny, long-haired guy. Metal Jesus, right? I don't know how skinny he was, but he was like reasonable weight. And same thing, like a lot of people are having issues with the lockdown, putting on the pounds. So yeah, that's what he was talking about on his show, that he got the watch, fitness watch. He got the tracking apps, like the apps that I show. And he's trying to get into the routine of like losing weight, eating less, drinking less beer. I never even knew Metal Jesus likes to drink beer, listen to rock and roll, and play video games. Dear God, wish I had more friends like that. That's usually what all my friends were like back in high school. Yeah, those were the days. Yeah, we'll have to relive those days. That'll be my retirement community one day. We'll build this like old person colony where everyone listens to heavy metal and drinks beer, plays video games, and we'll have really hot nurses. Hello, nurse. Nah, but we got to think of other things before that. Nah, but anyways, poor Metal Jesus, where I was going with that story. Yeah, he said that he was going to try doing the weight loss thing. And same thing that happened to me, and I'm sure a lot of other people. We're having a rough go getting on track, right? So, same thing. His weight loss journey turned into weight gain. And not only did he not lose weight, but he put on a bunch of extra weight. Yeah, so I'm feeling like, dear God, at least I'm not the only one who's having a rough go like that. So, no, what he said he's doing is he decided instead of just adding the weight loss stuff to his channel, like in his other videos, he's just going to do a separate video for it. Like, I think they say weekly or daily to help try to keep him on track. Because I noticed it does seem to help. Like, you're like, oh, fuck, I got to post the results tomorrow. Better not fuck this up. Where you're like, if you don't have to post the results, you're like, I don't really need to post them. Maybe I can just wait and not post it. Eat a lot today. Yeah, so maybe that's what I was thinking of doing. Instead of trying to blend all of my shows together, maybe I'll just do one separate show for each. Yeah, so if anyone's wondering how the weight loss going is, I'll try to do my own separate show for it. That'd be interesting to see how that goes. Yeah, I'm hoping Metal Jesus has luck too. He said he has about 50 pounds to lose, and I'm thinking about the same thing. It's funny. We're almost in like the identical situation. YouTuber with the watch and the app trying to post the results to lose weight. It's not working. Drinking too much beer, playing video games. YouTubing the adventure. Yeah, humanity, right? As much as we find ourselves thinking we're so different, it's like really we are facing the same struggles every day. Well, maybe not identical, but very similar. I know some other people are probably thinking, dear God, I'm starving and I have no food. Here's these fat asses. They're not facing the same journey. Yeah, this is a fucked world. Yeah, we really do face the exact opposite hardships that at least my grandparents did. Yeah, to think their generation faced a problem of so much abundant land and not enough people to make cities. And everyone was starving, which I find weird, because I'm like, fuck man, if I had my own farm, I would not be starving. I'd have a fucking goat, I'd have eggs from chickens, and I definitely have enough plants that I could eat them. The only thing I could think of starving is I couldn't butcher animals all the time. So yeah, I guess technically you'd be starving that you couldn't get meat, but unless you went fishing all the time. No, I think what the issue was then is you had to go to a job in order to pay your bills, but while you're at the job, you weren't making enough money to buy food. So you're like, fuck, all your time was going to your job to pay your bills, but you weren't making enough money to buy food. So you're like, fuck, that's how you would starve. Not that you didn't actually you just didn't have enough time to maintain your garden, I guess. Yeah, that'd be a fucked up situation. If everyone in America woke up and was like, man, my problem isn't being obese today. It's like I actually have not enough food. That's what I don't get. America's on food stamps, yet they're obese. So it's like, why the hell are you on food stamps if you're fucking obese, right? Someone should be like, not only should you not be on food stamps, but there should be negative food stamps. They should take away the food stamps and increase the price of food. Americans need less, not more. Oh, like the kids are starving. Well, it's like, well, fuck, get a glass of milk. It's like milk isn't that expensive. One glass, boom, nutrients for the day. I know people make fun of milk these days, but man, it's loaded with nutrients. Well, you won't get your vitamin C from it, but other than that, you're doing pretty good. Hell, they even add supplements to milk in Canada, so you get even more nutrients. Yeah, I find that so funny these days. Medical experts are telling people to eat less milk, or drink less milk, and to eat less meat. Meanwhile, in the olden days, everyone thrived that ate meat and drank milk. And the people that were starving and couldn't get it, they were fucked. So why you would ever tell people the opposite seems so weird. Yeah, that was the thing. I was thinking, dear God, like people in the olden days, all these vegan diets from starvation, lower weight, must be killing it for not having heart attacks. But then I looked and I was like, no, that was actually really common cause of death back then. People are dropping from dead from heart attacks all the time. So I was like, well, what the fuck? If everyone's vegan and they're all skinny, why the hell is everyone dying of heart attacks? So something's not adding up in that history. That's what I was thinking. Maybe you actually need the nutrients from certain things in order to maintain your heart, and not all of them are found in plants. The omega-3s or whatever it is. Good heart health, omega-3s. Who knows? I'm just guessing. Don't take my advice. I know a lot of people are trying the vegan diet these days, and I do it occasionally for fasting, but I don't like pretend that it's going to last me for a sustainable diet. Alright, I think my arm is almost better. I can move it again. Oh, it's snapping so much. I wonder if I got arthritis. That'd be fucked, eh? Sure hope not. Now, I've had arthritis in my neck before, and it's not fun. Arthritis is weird for me. It's like, as long as my temperature, body core temperature is at a certain level, I don't feel the arthritis at all. But if it drops to like certain low temperature, like I get to like ice levels, and if it lasts for like a couple hours, boom, all of a sudden the arthritis will start. So it's like, I don't know what's with it, why temperature affects it so badly. Now, I used to dream about moving to Arctic climates, but then I realized with arthritis I would never be able to do that. I'd always have to be moving to warmer climates, because if I was ever in a cold climate all the time, I wouldn't be able to move. Unless you could find a cure for arthritis. Ooh, I think we just made it to a new server area. Pretty sure if I explode now, I'll respawn at one of these other space stations. So if pirates take me out, now's the time. Now it's going to be so exciting to put that fountain. I was thinking of waiting until I could craft one and then place it, but I was like, fuck it, man. Let's just buy one and put it. I don't want to wait and craft it. It'll probably cost me a fortune in the long run. I better save that last sip. Yeah, I can hardly wait to the next section in Clone Evolution. We're getting so close to adding that new healer to my team. Jane Austen's good, like her healing ability's good. Her dodge is still really good. She can dodge hits pretty good. But it's just her level can't cut it anymore. She needs to be level 200. So that's why I'll have to bring in Freya and replace her. Yeah, sure is going to be nice having Freya. I don't know, it's tempting to try out other healers, because I don't know, that one kid with the cannon, he looks pretty good too. Definitely not very confident about adding the monk to my team for damage. But I will make him either way. If I don't use him for my team, I'll link him as DNA. And I'm pretty sure I'll use him for my team, because even Gizmo still uses the monk. Now the main thing that I want to see in Clone Evolution is that 10,000 jewel chest for sale. So when I can buy that chest for 10,000, it's going to be heavenly. The only shitty thing is I've noticed my account is hovering around 1,000 or 10,000 for a long time. So when I hit it, I'll be broke for a while. But so is life. That's what I was thinking in Entropia. When I buy that shopkeeper, I better wait until I have like 1,000 over what I need to buy the shopkeeper. So that way I still have some money to make money. You don't want to run your account all the way to zero, because if you do that, then you'll have to deposit to start it going again. Or collect a lot of sweat. Yeah, if you want to get into Entropia before you're old enough, I think a good way to watch videos is check out the Guinness Book of World Records. They got some cool videos about video game records, and there's a few Entropia ones in there. People Makes Games has a good video. I don't know if you've seen that one. Yeah, you can sort of get into the lore of Entropia before you start actually playing the game. There's some pretty good lore. Never Die is one of the famous Entropia players. He actually created the moon or planet that I'm flying to right now. Sadly, he got into a fight with the game creators, so I've heard. It's just the rumors. So he's been gone for 2 years. Well, occasionally comes back, but he's not really investing many time or money into the game anymore. I really wish he would. No, he was the one that broke some of the Guinness records. I've actually got him on my friends list. I'll show you his name. Now, his full name is John Never Die Jacobs. He used to be on social media, but from what I heard, his wife died, and then there was some bad shit that happened even more so. Yeah, so I'm hoping he's managing. Well, I heard he was busy with his movie career too, so maybe that was a big part of it. I noticed with Entropia, I go through phases where I play it like every day religiously, and then I stop for a year or two, and then I come back and play it religiously again. I noticed in the chat, every time I read on Facebook, that's what a lot of people do. They'll play it like every day for like a year non-stop and then quit for a while. Yeah, see, here it is. John Never Die Jacobs. So if you check him out on social media, he's a big part of the game. I know a lot of people hate him. A lot of people love him. I've gone through phases of both. No, right now I still love him and wish he'd come back. Now, I was jealous of him a few times when he makes the big loots. I was like, oh fuck, I wish I won the big loot. And then I was jealous when he became president. I was like, fuck, I wish I could have became president. But his plans as president were far superior to mine. After hearing his plans, I was like, holy fuck. Yeah, I was glad he became president. It's a shame we never actually implemented his plans. He was going to link the game to, what is it called, Ethereum, so that we'd be able to do some Ethereum trading with Entropia. But everyone fought it, and we didn't link it, and Ethereum exploded and made everyone who invested in it shitloads of money. So I was like, fuck, man, if we would have listened to Never Die, we'd probably all be rich in Entropia. Well, oh well. Live and learn, right? We turned our back on our president, and look what happened. Oh well. Now it reminds me of me in real life. I always do decisions like that. It's like, should have did it, could have made a lot of money, didn't. Oh well, thank God life isn't all about money. It's definitely more to it than that. It's all about putting fountains in your shop on different planets. That's what life's about. It's funny, I keep thinking about different projects I want to do today. Then I'm like, wait a minute, my arm doesn't even work. What the hell am I going to be able to work on today? Hopefully picking up sticks, and I can just use my other arm. Holy shit, 7 viewers. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Now today we're flying to the planet Rocktropia. We're talking about Never Die. And oh yeah, I'm placing a giant fountain when we get there. So sorry anyone who hates giant fountains. There's going to be a new giant one on Rocktropia. It's called the Luxurious Fountain. It's fucking epic. I don't know, it cost me a lot of money. See how bad the price has crashed. Holy fuck, it went all the way down to 77. You son of a... God damn, man, that really pisses me off. I was like, how low could it have gone since I bought it? It's already almost like third the price. Fucking hell. Oh well. Now first I was going to buy one for 116. Then I seen it for 100. So is that how much I got it for? Don't even remember. Oh, come on. What the fuck, man? There we go. Less bitching, more doing. Fuck, man, now my camera's all bent out of shape. Oh well. So anyways, let's check how much I got the fountain for. It's already fucking crashed in price. Oh well, congratulations to everyone who got the fountain for cheap. Oh, someone placed a bid on the pillow. Oh yeah, they're probably getting it for free. Well, apparently the price oh, there it is, buying one. I was just about to say. So I got it for, yeah, plus 99, and it's already dropped to plus 77. So it's dropped 20 ped in value since I bought it yesterday or the day before. So if anyone's wondering about buying the fountain, the price is crashing like crazy. Someone probably got the blueprint to create it, and now they're making lots of them and selling them. Yeah, because if you can make a plus 100 profit off each one you sell, man, you could keep crafting those for a while. Yeah, so my plan is to take this luxurious fountain and bring it to Rocktropia, and we'll have one set up at Camp Crunk. It might take up the entire land, so we'll see how big it is. I'm a little bit worried it'll reach all the way to the teleporter, but I don't think it will. We'll see. I don't know, because if I block the teleporter, people will probably get pissed. Now my plan is I'm going to put the fountain for sale for 200. So if anyone doesn't like the fountain and they want to get rid of it, they can just buy it and move it. I think that's fair. I'll just buy a new one, put it back. No, I'm just I'll buy 2 of them. Now that's one thing I realized about shop decorations. I hate it when I go to a shop and they got really nice decorations that I like, and I go to buy them and then they're not for sale. It's like, for God's sakes, if you're going to put decorations up in your shop, at least put them for sale. And some people might argue and say, well, I just set up the decorations. I don't want people to buy them because I like them. Well, it'll be like, well, you have a shop and you have decorations. Just put double the price of what it costs to buy it. So if someone does annoy you and buy it, you can just buy 2 of them and then put them back. That's how I look at it. So instead of not putting the items for sale, just put a little bit extra. It doesn't have to be double. Whatever you want it to be extra to make it worth your while to replace your decorations. I think that's a good way to run shops. I wish more shopkeepers would do that. Yeah, it's nothing worse if you go into a shop and nothing's for sale. You're like, oh, what the fuck? Everything in here is great. None of it's for sale. Or sometimes people buy a shop and then they close it, so it's only a private shop. I know it's tempting to do that for guilds, right? I can make a shop, make it private, and then only add my guild members. So I can put stuff in the shop and only my guild members would be allowed to access it. So what I could do is, if I was rich, start a guild, and then like put items for sale, or not for sale, but yeah, put them for sale in my shop that are like way under the TT value. Like take a big stack of, well yeah, I guess you can't go under TT value, but I would just make it like really cheap, ridiculously cheap, and then put them there, and then people would see it and be like, oh God, I wish I could buy it. And then they'd be like, sorry, you have to join the guild. So they'd be like, fine, I'll join. No, that's kind of a mean way to get people in your guild. Oh, so mean. The person deserves a sore arm. I wonder if it has something to do with the cuts, because I did cut my arm really bad. Maybe that's why it hurts. Why the fuck would it make my whole arm not work? No, it's just a scratch like cut. It's not that bad. It did bleed like crazy, but I was like, man, hopefully I didn't get tetanus or something. I just had my tetanus shop updated like a year or 2 ago. You know, some people wonder about it because I'm like, oh, I'm very hesitant to take experimental drugs. And I'm like, well, tetanus is a pretty well-established one. So I don't really mind taking that one. How many years have people been taking tetanus shots, and it seems pretty safe. So that's what I don't mind. As long as it has like lots of years, seems safe. I just don't want to be the first test subject to try it out. I'll pass on that opportunity. Someone else can man up. Oh, Jekka is here. How long does it take to get to another planet? Well, it really depends which planet, which vehicle you're flying in, how shitty the pilot is. Alright, so I'll break down each example. So here's the entire space map. And you can see where I am is... Where am I? Ah, there I am. And I'm trying to fly here. And it says a distance of... Let's check. Oh, come on. There we go. It says a distance of 6.8. So if you're flying in a bigger ship... Here, I'll show you which ships. If any of my controls work. There we go. I have a bigger ship here. It's called the Quad ship. And let's look at the inventory. So it's faster compared to my ship that I'm flying in right now, but it burns more oil. So I'd be able to make the journey in half the time. So I think if I was flying in this ship, I could be wrong, but 6 is about 6 minutes. But since I'm flying in a slower ship, it's about 12 minutes. Oh yeah, and the reason I'm flying in the slower ship is because it burns less fuel. This one, even though it's faster, it burns oil faster, so it actually costs more to fly somewhere. So that's why I figure I'm in no huge rush. So what I do is I just get in the slower ship and take longer to get there. But yeah, there's other planets too. So if I wanted to fly from here to here, it's about an hour in the slow ship. So if I want to fly from this planet to this planet, you're looking like at an hour and a half in the slow ship. Oh yeah, and then my ship here, that isn't the fastest. You can get even faster ships. Ones that can equip warp drive. And warp drive can fly from this planet to this planet in like a minute. So it's way faster. It's basically instant, but you still have the process of taking off and shit. That takes about a minute. And the mothership can also hit landmines on the way, so it's not always a guarantee you'll make it. And pirates are in space. So if you have pirates that are trying to shoot you down, then it'll take you longer, because then you'll have to respawn, repair your ship. Yeah, so there's a lot of variables about how long it takes to fly somewhere in space. Hey, Andreas! Oh, you're finally catching a stream. Yeah, thanks, man. Now, I figured I'd do a little bit earlier morning time for people that are in the overseas, on the other side of the pond. And I'm kind of addicted to Entropia this week, and I figure every day I play it, I might as well just stream at the same time. There's no real point in playing the game and not streaming these days. Unless I'm just collecting sweat the whole time. Now, today's adventure, we're going to Rocktropia. We're going to drop off the big luxurious fountain at my Camp Crunk shop. It's going to take up a lot of space, but we'll see if it fits. Might not even fit. That's what she said. All right. Now, as far as crafting, I might do a crafting run when we get to Rocktropia. Might be tempting. Pick up some Listerium. We'll see if Big Daddy's got any cheap Listerium for sale. Now, what I'll probably do is go to Rocktropia, land, put the fountain, then buy some Listerium on auction from Calypso, get a slow delivery so that next episode we can do a crafting run. And then while I wait for the crafting materials to arrive, we'll maybe do some AI hunting missions. Or a little bit of rock picking, or not rock picking, keg picking and oil picking. There's definitely a few different things we can do while we wait for the materials to arrive. Unless we find cheap Listerium while we're there. But that's pretty unlikely. Hopefully I can move my arm today. Yeah, I was thinking about lifting weights, but I'm going to have to wait. This arm is fucked. Which sucks. I got to start work next week. I got to heal this arm quick. Damn you, arm. Heal. Now, we're very fortunate. My province, despite all the lockdown issues, is actually having great weather. Couldn't ask for better weather. We got spring very early this year. I think the groundhog was on crack because, man, we got fucking spring starting, what was it? I think it was February 28th. February 28th was our last snow, and it's just melted every day since. That was pretty much the end of snow. So that was a pretty early spring for us. Sometimes our spring doesn't start till May, so that's fucking really early. Now I'm already tempted to start putting up the pool because I figured why wait till the end of May? We've already had spring for fucking like 2-3 months. Might as well just set it up now. But I'm worried that if I set it up, then fucking frost will come and I'll break all the parts. Normally we're supposed to wait till May 24th. That's why they call it the May 2-4 long weekend. It's when all the pools go in. Right, we're about 10 minutes away from landing. God, I can hardly wait to set up that fountain. If anyone hasn't seen the fountain before, oh yeah, check that shit. That's a fucking fountain, yo. I might try to set it up somewhere where we can jump off into the top. So maybe near my booth. Yeah, there's also the Equus ship. That's one of the most popular ships you could buy if you're loaded. And then you can add warp drive to it. It actually looks exactly the same as this ship. The only change they made is you can add the warp drive. I know, like, Entropia tried to call it a new ship. I'm like, it's not a new ship. It's just a new addition of the quad. Quad that you can add fucking thruster or warp drive to. I don't know why fucking Entropia does that. Why do they nerf space so much? Why don't they expand it? Why do they hinder it? There we go. We're very close now. I think that was a little glitch that shows that we're in the planet's realm. So if pirates shot us down, we would spawn at the Rocktropia space station now. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, that's what I was going to say too. Sometimes I leave Entropia for like 6 months. Sometimes it's a year. But when you get back into it, you're like hardcore addicted for a while. I know the worst is when I used to play Entropia buying and reselling sweat. I would just literally only do it all day and then only sleep. So if I had days off from work and I could do that, I would spend every waking minute on Entropia. I think my game sessions were coming in at like 20 hours sometimes, 18 hours. It was terrible. But it was fun because I used to meet so many people, talk to them, buy and resell the sweat, make a ton of money. It was so much fun. I really, if I can find a sweat buyer for 1.5, I might start doing it again. That'd be sweet. Alright, so in Germany, the weather is good for taking hard drugs at the moment. We have a different extreme weather every 30 minutes. Yesterday we had some storms, then snow with lots of wind, like summer sun. Yeah, that sounds like Canadian weather. I remember one time I went to the beach up north. It was so hot, we had to wear like tank tops and like our swim trunks. But we couldn't go swimming because the lake was still frozen. It was like had a layer of ice. But it was like a heat wave. So I was like, what the fuck, right? It sucked. You're like laying on the sand, you want to go swimming, but the fucking lake is still frozen. And then as we're laying there, all of a sudden it starts to rain. So like, that sucks, get an umbrella. And then the rain changed to a fucking blizzard. So all of a sudden it was like a blizzard. We're like, oh fuck, we gotta take our swimsuits and change into winter jackets. And then after like 10 minutes of winter, then all of a sudden the heat wave came back. We're like, oh, don't need the winter jackets anymore. Can go back to sun tanning. I was like, what kind of weather is this? It's like normally you have to leave somewhere. It's not all the same destination, right? Just one beach that has like the most random weather ever. I was thinking that's why Canadians talk about the weather so much, is because we have such fucked up weather. It's like, who the hell wouldn't talk about it? For me, it's usually windstorms. Where I live, it's like fucking occasional hurricane force winds. Sucks for greenhouses or whatever decks or whatever shit you want to put outside. Just gets destroyed. And it's funny too, because it'll be fine for months, and then all of a sudden hurricane force winds. So that's usually what happens. People buy like a really nice patio set or something. They'll set up their backyard really nice. It'll last for like a month or two. They'll enjoy it. And then all of a sudden a fucking hurricane wind will come in and just destroy everything. And anything that survives blows away. Then you're like, holy fuck, why did I spend all that money and just get everything destroyed? The only thing people sometimes are good at is if they like anticipate the gusts and they'll like put everything away in a shed. So you only put it out when it's like, you know, it's not going to be windy. Or you just reinforce it like crazy. Concrete blocks and shit. Yeah, some people are asking what's happening with my greenhouse. It's actually right down to the frame right now. And if I'm going to reassemble it, I'm going to have to find all my spare parts, and I can't find the spare part bag. But I might just try reassembling it with the parts that I have, see how close I can get. The problem is if I reassemble it part way, then the wind will destroy it. So what I might do is assemble it part way, then put a protective cover over it so that the wind can't destroy it. Until I can get the rest of the parts. Yeah, it's because you imagine when you put a structure together, the only chance it has for the wind not destroying it is if it's completely intact. Because if it has like one missing panel, then the wind gets in that spot and just rips out all the other panels, right? It sucks. So your structure has to be completely intact or you're fucked. Alright, so if anyone wants to help out the show, they can always swing by the Calypso auction. You can see I got shitloads of stuff for sale. A lot of it has no opening bid or no markup or no reserve bid. So you can just get cheap deals or buy it out and help the show. Now we got some blueprints, some hats. These woolly hats are ones no one's ever had in the game. Or they're very rare still. So don't let Xander be the only person to get it. Now, congratulations, Xander, if you do get it. Now the stylus hats, I even got some of them for sale cheap. Now there is 5 days left on the auction, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully we get some more bids. If we do, we're trying to push our goal to reach 5,000 ped so that we can place a bid on an auction or a shopkeeper pad. And if any of my viewers have a shopkeeper pad they can sell for under 5,000, please let me know. I know one sold for I think 4,900 on auction this week, so I'm going to keep trying to get one for around that price. Or if anyone can sell it for even cheaper than that, that'd be really nice too. Heck, even if someone's got one for 5,000, but it's a really hot chick one, let me know. I might just buy it then. Not that I'm sexist or anything. No, I just have a lot of clothes that I'd like to see women wear. I'm not into buying a mankini model just yet. No, maybe that is what I'll have to do. I'll have to get it. Yeah, if anyone wants to donate a mannequin that's male for my shop, I'll put it in the shop and put the mankini on it. I'll try not to put it in a mooning position. I don't think you can. I don't know why I just said that I'd do that, but yeah, I guess if anyone wants to. Who knows? Maybe I'll add other clothing so it's not just the mankini. We'll put on some sunglasses. Yeah, so that's some of the items that I have for sale in the auction. Bikinis, hats. Got items of all kinds. Even a space thruster that's completely decayed. If you want to get a good deal on one of those. Some jungle shorts. Oh yeah, the angelic hat or shirt. This one's a good one. Remember the first time I ever sold this shirt? I think it sold for like 100. Can't believe people let the price drop so low. Yeah, you can see it used to sell for way more. Now it's selling for like 10. Yeah, that's when I was selling it. Up around 100. Yeah, this shirt had potential. It's a shame it dropped so low. Oh, someone sold it for 15. That was a pretty good price. Right, so I'm starting to get excited. Yes! I was thinking we're getting close to the planet. I could feel it. Dun, dun, dun. Can't believe we made it to Rocktropia. As much as I love selling stuff on Calypso, I just love all the free shit you can do here. So much different variety. The AI mission, keg picking, oil picking at 2 different rigs. You gotta hand it to the president. He designs a fucking sweet planet. Now, if we ever do get a new president, I hope he has good plans too. Oh my god, the adrenaline rush. Can't believe it, we're so close. Should I hunt missions first? Alright, let's pick this shit up. I don't think anyone's really gonna buy that. Oh yeah. Holy fuck. Okay, I gotta turn around so when I place it I can see the booth. I don't know, I'm just like interested. Where can I even place this? It's too big, eh? Yeah, it has to be touching there. You know what I think it is? I'm gonna have to move all my shit to even try placing it. This is ridiculous. Alright. So I'm gonna do it just as an experiment. We'll pick everything up. I know it's a lot of work to replace everything, but It's just how I roll. If we're gonna do something this episode, let's do it. Let's do it! Hey, lazy ass. Get out of that chair. Might have to move this stuff, eh? So I can actually... Yeah, let's try moving everything. We're going through some heavy remodeling. Alright, I think we should be good. Come on, I gotta move this fucking menu shit out of the way. God, it's so annoying. I really don't think I can fit it, eh? Here I was looking so forward to placing this fountain. Just not enough room. Come on, walk faster. It's because I'm so heavy because I picked up the kegs. God, I can't fit this thing anywhere. Fuck, man. I'm gonna have to move everything. I'm gonna have to go to my storage. I can't handle walking this slow. I gotta drop the shit off or I'll have an aneurysm. Maybe I can find some fruit on the way. Yeah, there is fruit here. Sweet. How nice was that? Didn't have to have an aneurysm. Got some fruit. So what does everyone think? Am I going to find room to place this? Or is this a lost cause? There's no way this is going to work. What the fuck's going on? I have no items? Oh, that's why. Right, now I can walk again. Right, I'm thinking the only place this is going to fit is probably on the roof of my shop. Whoops. So, we'll literally have to move everything. But I think it's worth the risk if we can get it on here. There's got to be a place that this fucking thing can fit. For God's sakes. Bought the best thing ever. I can't fit it on my shop anywhere. I had a feeling. I was like, maybe this item's going to be too big. God, they just won't let me place it anywhere. You know, I was thinking maybe if I put the rug, extend it, and then put this on the rug, think that'll work? I haven't seen the arrow thing turn green anywhere. Let's get closer. Yeah, maybe try spinning it. Come on, nowhere. We'll call this the placing the fountain episode. Can I place the fountain anywhere? Oh, if I could place it like that, that would be sick. Come on. Man, it doesn't turn green anywhere. I think it's because the item point list is too high. It's just not enough space. Alright, so let's try a little trick. Sometimes what you can do is put something down that'll act as like a place for it to rest on, so it can go out farther than it normally would. So what I'll do is I'll try extending this as far out as we can and then place it on it. Alright, now we'll try placing this on the carpet, see how far we can place it. Maybe that'll make the difference. Oh, I thought I saw it green for a sec. It's like, fuck, man, if that worked, I'd be so happy. I was just thinking, if I did spawn this here, people would probably complain about it so much that it wouldn't even matter. I would have to move it. It's fucking huge, right? Now I'm just spinning it on each location to see if it fits anywhere, right? The only other thing I can think of is maybe on the roof. We'll see if it fits there. Yes, it can. All right, we're in business. I knew it would fit somewhere. It's a shame though, the roof is the only spot it can fit. What the fuck's with that? I don't know, that's gonna look funny as hell. Especially since I could spin it out here. Alright, let's go back. Alright, just for a second. Alright, so we're in business though. We don't have to worry about not being able to place it. We can place it. As far as we can tell. Oh yeah. Doesn't that look funny as hell? I'm gonna put it here, but I won't keep it here, just as a joke, to see how it looks. I don't know, I think I like that too much. People be like, man, I think you're using up a little bit too much of the space. A giant waterfall. It looks like a UFO, right? Alright, yeah, you need to... Oh, you're in a boring work meeting. Alright, thanks for the luck with the fountain. Yeah, it's going better. I'm starting to get some better luck with it. I don't know, I think that's a little bit too cheeseball, but man, that's funny. I almost want to take a screen image of that. So that's a funny thing. People say there's nothing you can do in Entropia. Like, does it look like I'm doing nothing? I'm having a blast. Yeah, I can even make it up here. People log into the booth, they'll be like, well, what the fuck? I could probably put my sign on it too. Let's see. Oh, let's check. Oh, I can't move. There we go. I was gonna say, too bad I can't hook up the sign somewhere on it. Yeah, if I could put the sign on it, that'd be hilarious. I wish I could turn around. Can't see where I am. Lucky no one's here, eh? If someone was here, they'd be like, hey, what are you doing over there? Nothing. Not ruining the game, I swear. This is all how it's supposed to work. Yeah, if I could put the sign right like that. Maybe like a giant waterfall at the side. That'd be epic. Never Die would come back and be like, hey, this isn't what you're supposed to do. I know what I could try. Put the shelf. And then put it on the shelf. Too bad. Can't put the shelf anywhere. Alright, anyways, I better stop horsing around. I'll go put this fountain somewhere more reasonable. Maybe it'll allow me to place it on the ground from here, though. Come on. If only I could place it on the ground, eh? Can't believe it can't fit anywhere on the ground. Okay, trying to think if it can fit on a shelf. Run it out the back. Now what I can do is ramp it up that, but still, that's cheese. Oh, it doesn't allow me to put stuff out the back. Hardly at all. Anyways, let's put this one. Or let's try maneuvering it from here. See if it'll give us any options while we're on this side. Come on. Yeah, I'll say hi to this guy. See what he thinks of the phone. Alright, so now I can't put it anywhere on the roof? What the fuck is going on? No, now it's not letting me place it anywhere on the roof anymore. That's fucked. Oh, now I can. Now I can't. Now I can. I got it on the ground. Yes. I don't want to put it too much in blocking other people's. What do you think? About there? I think that looks reasonable. Yes! It spawned here. Look at that. I think that's reasonable. I don't go too much on anyone else's turf. I'm pretty much like halfway. I don't want to impede on Soul's territory. Oh, yeah. Look at it, it's like the car worked its way right into it. Finally. Can't believe I managed to find a way to place it. That's epic. That is luxurious, eh? Now people will come, they'll be like, what the fuck? I did it. I don't know how I did that. I think it was where I was standing was affecting it. If I stood too far back, it wasn't letting me spawn it. So I had to stand close enough for it to still allow it to spawn. Alright. Whew. That was intense. You know what? Oh no, I picked it up. You son of a whore. God damn it. I wish there was a way to lock things so you can't pick them up. God. That took so long to place properly and I fucked it. Or, oh, I know what I can do. I can place an object on it so I can't pick it up once it's spawned. Alright. At least I remember how to do it now. I just gotta stand close enough. I wish I could see it while I'm spawning it. Alright, hopefully I can place, let's try the... Yeah, I don't know, is my throne able to sit on it? Oh yeah, it can. This is cool. Now I have a fountain throne. I've always dreamed about having a nice throne position, but this is ridiculous. All right. Let's place a couple pets. Yeah, I should move the throne over so the pet can spawn. All right, I'll spawn the pet first. Yeah, so if anyone's having issues spawning stuff at their places, we covered it quite extensively today, how to correct it. Well, Leprechaun can't seem to spawn good. I was hoping to spawn him here, but it's not working. Anyways, I gotta get my sign placed back. We'll move it over to this side. Try to move it over so it doesn't go too much on soles. Ah, fuck, the sign's crooked, eh? That's not so bad. Kind of looks straight depending where you're standing. Alright, now I should be able to jump on this without worrying about picking it up. Yeah, shit's placed on it so I can't pick it up. That's good. Now I can play on it. No, now people can jump up onto the roof of my shop, no problem. Should put a lawn chair up here. See how that looks. That's pretty funny. Now, I was overdue for a good episode of Entropia where I just have fun remodeling my shops. It's kind of neat to think how expensive this shop is, but I get some enjoyment out of it. I don't even tell people how much it's worth. Now, I almost had an offer for $3,000 US, and I never took it. I kept the shop instead. I figure I like the shop that much, right? Alright, I think that looks good. Fuck, I put it right under my feet. Oh, there, I'm free. Fuck it, I'll just teleport to get out of here. Now I'll try to get a screenshot of this for when I'm done and place it on the Knowing Entropia Facebook page. Maybe I'll share it in the Discord group as well. Now I figured I could place the shop. I was trying to figure out why it wouldn't there. I hope no one hates the design really bad. I don't think I used up too much space, did I? Lucky that they didn't put Soul's shop any closer. If they did, I would have been fucked. Not in a good way.
Hello.
Alright, now let's see if I can place the leprechaun.
There we go.
Alright, let's see how that looks. Oh yeah. He's a little bit on the short side, but what I really should have done is put the leprechaun on this side and put her on that side. Oh well, let's try the carpet for now. I like to make a carpet going right to the throne. Well, it looks like it doesn't want to let me place it in. Oh, there. That looks pretty good. Carpet going right to the throne. Yeah, this is pretty sweet. I love the new setup already. I hope the viewers don't hate it, because I love it. Now, I don't think I need that extra table anymore. I can throw it in storage. There's no real need for it. Wow. I never thought I could remodel Camp Crunk to look anything like this. That is fucking epic. Now, hopefully that can prevent them from putting any shops closer to me. Like now the closest they could put it is probably there. Yeah, I didn't even want to try spinning it over onto Soul's property because I didn't want to take his land. I think our property boundary is probably somewhere around there, right? And covering this car, it's not fully submerged. I'm sure the creators of the game will be happy their car is still visible. Part of it's submerged a little. I'll see how they like the fountain. Isn't it weird? I get more enjoyment out of this than I have crafting and globaling. Just placing a fountain. It's so fun. Now I did promise to put the fountain for sale, so in order to buy it, people actually have to buy the multiple items on top of it. But I'll make those items cheap. I don't know how much this Android's worth. It says rare, so I'll put 20. Alright, so technically if people do want to buy the fountain, they can. Oh, this thing's on it too. I stopped vaping so much. I know I say that every episode. Alright, this chair is worth 30, so I'll put 40. But oh, we'll put 50 because it used to sell even more. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I could better not spin it. I like it the way it is. Now, the only thing I'm thinking is we're still allowed to put these fountains here. It's because when I went to Twin Peaks, the guy who owned the bank, he did the same thing. So I don't think it's against the rules. If the bank owner is doing it, we should be able to do it too. So... Alright, putting these pets for sale. It's weird. I must have had these hats here too. Huh. See, it's one of the nice things about this. Now I get to restock all my items. Get to pick what I want to put for sale. I think I'm going to pick some new items to put for sale. Oh, the Canada flag. Wonder where I can put it here. Yeah, it looks pretty epic. We'll make it seem like it has a really big flagpole by lining it up with that beam. I'm an expert at making my pole seem bigger. Not that that's true in other regards. Alright, so let's put 40. This thing's like really expensive to buy right now, I think. You really can't get them anywhere else, so I'm going to put 40. Well, other than me, who has the blueprint to make more, but it's fucking expensive to make them. Yeah, that pole does seem bigger, eh? Looks like it extends right through. Alright, let's go check how many item spaces we have left, and I'm going to wrap up the show before we reach the 3-hour mark. But thanks everyone for tuning in this morning. It's nice to have a chat with some people. Normally I play this game alone. Alright, we got 7 spaces left for items. I'll have to think of 7 items that I want to make room for, or where to put them. Dear God, I like the way that looks right now. That's pretty sweet. Still got my throne, still got my sign. Added the fountain. It was funny, I got so frustrated at the beginning. I knew I could find a way to do it. I just didn't want to give up. I knew if I didn't give up, I would succeed eventually. Alright, we got lots of room here for items. A couple bit of space here for items. Can still sit in my throne. Come on, is it really going to do that? Normally if you hold 0, it makes it so you can actually not look at the ground or away. I'm holding 0 and it's still not working. Still won't look at the camera. It'll refuse to look anywhere but at the camera. So that's the way the game's programmed. It's programmed to do exactly the opposite of what you need it to do. Anything but, it'll do it. So why does it keep coming up with the menu? I'm not opening the menu. I'm just holding 0. So why did it open the menu there? Yeah, there's definitely some buggy controls in the game. I wish they would just change them back to the way they used to be. It was so nice to be able to take selfies in the game. They always want people to share stuff. Well, I can't even take selfies anymore. Well designed. Someone was telling me there's a way to still do it, but hey, I'm not like spending all day trying to figure this out. Fuck, there's a guy with the AI mission there. I gotta book it and get some AI if I can. I don't want to lure him into the turret, so I'm gonna go this way. Could have swore I seen AI over here. Maybe he got killed by the turret. Fuck it, man. I hate it when the AI gets killed by turrets. What a waste. Oh, looks like there is someone out there hunting the AI, so I better not go steal it on them. I was just going to go do it because it looked like no one was killing him. He was just standing right there. Now he's gone. There, I was hoping the ad would change on my sign. Alright, so we'll take this as a screenshot. Hopefully it works. Or I guess I should try to make it into a selfie. Okay, walk this way. There you go. Alright, we'll put a delay of 5 seconds, give it a new. There we go. That should be good. Alright, so I saved it as Entropia Fountain, and I'll publish the picture soon. Alright, so let's go to the quick sponsor message. Yeah, it's all this mouse today.
Today's fountain special was brought to you by Crack. Crack, it'll fuck you up. Woo! Can I do an early Clone Evolution stream? Maybe.
No, really, I'm going to have to go and stretch for a while because I've been recording for 3 hours, basically. But yeah, after I finish exercising, maybe I'll be able to do another stream. I'm already starting to lose my voice a little bit. Well, yeah, I can't really do much exercises because my arm is fucked. Alright, so yeah, maybe I won't need much stretching. Let's go to... we did that. Let's do the patrons list. All right, thanks Suki, Jim, Ray, and Travis. Everyone helping out with Patreon. And next episode of Entropia, well, I'll try to get some reviews and see what people thought of the fountain. Hopefully everyone doesn't hate it. All right, Patreon, thanks a lot. Society 6, finishing quick is my specialty. Comes on t-shirts and bed sheets, both bought through the ladies. Hydro TV, pays you to watch videos. Shragbucks, to shop online. GameKit, pays you to try games. Free Bitcoin is a wallet system for cryptocurrencies, similar to what Neverdie wanted us for Entropia, but we rejected it. Now it's very popular all on its own. Alright, thanks everyone. Oh yeah, and make sure you follow the regional laws for all these offers, especially the virtual maid sex machine. It's for adults and men only. But ladies need a sex machine, they know who to call. I'm just kidding. Alright, yes, and YouTube says we're allowed to joke about that now. So we're going to try monetization soon, I think. Let's go to the fire screen. If you happen to get luxurious fountain in your vaporizer, tastes like shit, give the show a dislike. But if it doesn't happen, you can give the show a like. Really appreciate it. Just make sure.
Never buy the products from my sponsor, because it will ruin your life. Bye for now. See you later, everyone.
No, we'll shout out to the viewers next. Almost forgot that. Most important part. Let's go to it this way. Alright, so today in the chat we had Dan, or Shelly. Thanks a lot for joining in, Dan. Potato memes. Yeah, thanks again, Potato memes. You made it. It's good to see you doing streams again, or back in the games. Alright, Jekyll, or Jekik 21. Thanks a lot. Yeah, thanks for the questions about how long it takes to get to planets. It's definitely worth the flight. If you can get a warp drive too, make it there in minutes, it's very quick. Alright, Andreas, thanks a lot for the shout out from Germany. Yes, auf Wiedersehen. We must go. Take care, everyone. Have a good one. Oh, yeah, and let's give a big round of applause. And Shelly again. All right, thanks all the viewers. All right, let's take care and let's wrap up. Bye for now, everyone. Did I do the fire screen? Yes, I did. Later. Yeah, and Clone Evolution, I'll try to get it in much earlier than tomorrow. Or yesterday. Than tomorrow. You can tell I'm tired. All right, see you later.